Okay, folks, this is my 1965 Chevy C10 street rod. It's been sitting here since 2004, as you can see. You got weeds and stuff growing up in the back. It's got original trailing arms and penhard bars. That's why people used to rip these things apart. They love them for drag racing, them rear ends. And as we go up there, you can see, poor girl, she's got moss growing on her. Girl's got moss growing on her. Alright, let's open up the door. Let's see what's inside. Alright, so here's the inside. It's got a tilt steering wheel, tilt steering column from an old 70s Firebird. It's got a B&M ratchet action shifter, and they're called slam shifters. Don't know if you've ever heard of one of them. Pair of bucket seats. Dirty as hell inside, but when she's cleaned up, actually the inside was really nice. Dash was had been all redone and painted. Poor girl, she's all dirty. Alright, well, let's get up here and see what's under the hood. Alright, there you go. That's what's shoved inside this thing. Look, there's hardly even room to fit it between the frame rails. That, my friends, is a 1970 Pontiac 400. It's built and it puts out about at least 425 horsepower. It has got upgraded brakes on it from stainless steel braking systems, power brakes, and you can't see them behind the wheels, but they've got the slotted disc brakes up front. This is one mean little machine. We've got a custom Lumen radiator in here that I had built, and there's the temperature control for the fan. She is so dirty and naughty looking under here. By the way, this thing also has a painless wiring harness in it and a Turbo 400 Pontiac transmission behind this massive 400. Now, this truck originally came with only a 230 cubic inch straight six, which put out about 140 horsepower, and of course we now have at least 425 horsepower. Well, it's going to take a bit, but the old man's going to see what he can do to get this thing running again. Like I said, she hasn't been going in at least 21 years. I looked at the registration. 2004 was the last time she was actually running and on the road. But this thing was a beast. You get her running again. By the way, this engine probably only got like 10,000 miles on it. She don't look like it, but yeah, it's still a pretty fresh engine in there. I don't think we'll have any problems taking it apart, lubing some stuff up, putting it back together, and yeah, hearing this thing run again for the first time in over 21 years. Alright, you guys, this is going to be my future project, you know, kind of like a junkyard rescue kind of thing. But yeah, she's been sitting there in these weeds for all that long. Look at that. Tires are flat, sunk into the ground. This thing's somewhat flat. Can't get that hood down. Gotta grab it from the middle left. Yeah, I've got a triple fall on my ass. Well, might as well take one last look at that engine. See, his dirty, 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 in more ways than one. There we go, got that bit shut. Alright, you guys, see you soon on this project as we get going along. First thing I'm going to need to do is clean her up. She is one dirty gal. Like I said, she's been sitting here so long, literally there's moss growing on the side. Alright, you guys. Let me know what you think. Think of my little girl here. I said I only drove her for a few years, but I'm telling you, this thing used to scare the living shit out of people when they got in it. With the 410 rear end, this bastard could light them up in any gear you were in. I believe one time my son and I tried to time a 0 to 60 in it, and we ended up with like 3.5 seconds after trying to get the tires to hook up without just going nuts all over the road. So yeah, she is one fast little bastard. Alright, you guys, the old man's off to do some other stupid shit. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you in the future. Bye.